We're living in a world that's louder, faster, and more overwhelming than ever. It feels like the constant noise, the notifications, the endless tasks, the distractions never stops. Yet many still believe the answer is simply having more things, more choices, more work. But what if I told you that in today's world, the key to thriving isn't about gaining more, but about shedding the unnecessary? In fact, minimalism has become the unexpected survival tool we need in this chaos. In this video, I'm going to explain why surviving in today's world is nothing like the survival our ancestors experienced. You'll see how we're slowly being pulled into a silent crisis that most of us don't even realize. And I'll reveal why minimalism isn't just about having fewer things. It's a strategy to regain control over our lives and our minds. Stick around, because once you understand the hidden forces at play here, you'll never see your life the same way again. For most of human history, survival was about one thing: staying alive. It meant securing food, shelter, and safety from external dangers. If you didn't have those basics, life was a constant battle. But here's the thing. Today, the rules of survival have completely changed. Most of us don't wake up worrying about finding food or building shelter anymore. Sure, there are exceptions, but these concerns are no longer the majority of people's daily struggles. Instead, we face a much more subtle but equally dangerous kind of survival. It's no longer about battling nature, it's about battling our attention, focus, and mental well-being. The survival we face today is mental, not physical. Think about it like this. We're surrounded by an abundance of everything. Too many things to choose from, too much information to process, too many distractions, and too many responsibilities. On one hand, this seems like a luxury. After all, isn't abundance better than scarcity? But the truth is, the more we have to manage. And in managing it all, we're slowly losing ourselves. So why does it feel like we're drowning in a sea of endless tasks and pressures? It's because of a hidden crisis that is shaping our daily lives, and it's happening in layers that most people don't even notice. Let's break it down. Layer 1, the overload of choices and distractions. We're all familiar with the feeling of opening our phones to check one thing, only to end up scrolling for an hour. Social media, emails, advertisements, it's all designed to grab our attention. But this constant flood of choices is having a very real impact on our mental health. Every time we check something, we're bombarded with options. And every option comes with its own demand. A new decision, a new task, a new problem to solve. The result, a lack of focus. We're juggling so many thoughts and decisions at once that we can't give our full attention to anything, let alone the things that truly matter. And this constant noise is draining us, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Layer 2, the mental drain. We might think we're making decisions automatically, but the truth is, the average person makes around 35,000 decisions a day. Most of these are small and insignificant, but they add up. By the time we need to make important decisions about our health, relationships, or finances, we're mentally exhausted. This is where the problem deepens. When you're constantly reacting to the world around you, you stop taking control of your own life. Instead of making intentional choices, you become a passive participant in your own existence. The result, overwhelm and burnout. Layer 3, the loss of personal identity. When we're caught up in the constant cycle of consuming, doing, and chasing more, we start to lose touch with what makes us us. We begin to define ourselves by the things we own, the brands we buy, and the achievements we collect. In other words, we stop asking ourselves what truly makes us happy, and instead start believing that more possessions or experiences will fill that void. But here's the kicker. The more we chase these external markers of success, the more disconnected we become from who we really are. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how much you add, it never feels full. So how did we end up here? Well, it's a combination of modern technology, mass production, and societal shifts. A century ago, people didn't own nearly as much. Things were built to last, and if you needed something, you saved up for it. But today, things are cheap to produce, and the constant flow of new products makes us feel like we need them. And as we buy more, we believe we're improving our lives, but in reality, we're just adding to the noise. Now here's where minimalism comes in. It's not about living in an empty house or discarding everything you own. Minimalism is about identifying what truly adds value to your life and cutting out the rest. It's about being intentional with your choices, what you buy, how you spend your time, and even where you focus your energy. The goal is to regain control over your life and stop letting the external world dictate how you live. Why minimalism works in our overwhelming world. Minimalism doesn't just help you declutter your space, it clears your mind. When you start removing the unnecessary, you create room for what truly matters: the people, activities, and passions that bring you joy and fulfillment. The beauty of minimalism is that it also prepares you for the unexpected. When life throws a curveball, and it will, you won't be as reliant on material possessions or an overcomplicated lifestyle to feel secure. Instead, you'll have the freedom to adapt, rebuild, and focus on what really matters. Plus, minimalism helps you make deeper connections. Rather than constantly chasing the next shiny object, you can go deeper into the relationships and experiences that truly bring you joy. And perhaps most importantly, it allows you to reconnect with yourself. In a world that is always telling you to do more, be more, and own more, minimalism is the antidote. Minimalism is more than a trend, it's a survival tool. Once you start seeing the world through the lens of minimalism, you'll realize it's not about giving up everything you love. It's about making room for what truly brings value to your life. In a world of endless distractions and pressures, minimalism isn't just a lifestyle, it's a survival strategy. So take a moment today to ask yourself, what truly adds value to my life? The answers might surprise you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Raveling Money for more such videos, and remember, living intentionally is the key to finding true fulfillment. See you next time.